exposing fake history any way that I can. Learning about mud, flood, and Tartarian. The Earth's a flat realm covered over with sand. Learning about this, it is God's command. It's mud, flood, with snort!
I came to the realization while walking through the old city of Pottsville, Pennsylvania, when I came across 5 mountains. At first glance, these mountains looked strange. The trees never grow any higher than a tall bush atop a whole mound. On further discovery, the rocks in which form this mountain seemed to be bricks which eroded into a melting stone pile as rubble flooded over with mud. Here in this image you can see old red brick structures which have been eroded into a melting stone pile. This is evidence of a pre-flood civilization. I came to see these mountains were remnants of Tartarian pre-flood buildings, following the same massive structures which can be observed earthwide, melting castles, crystal palaces, all connected with formulated symmetrical perfection. Destruction preceding mind-expanding miraculous architecture. Many of these castles stand now as the underworld. What does his story hide? Did man even build these brick buildings? Did God just set down these for man? Did the jinn make them? And has man altered this? These are many questions I ask myself as observing this anomaly. His story will try to tell us that only a select few people built these giant structures and gargantuan buildings of symmetrical perfection in a series of years, 2 or 3 years at a time, to build without any machinery, cars, manpower only, to build these giant buildings for courthouses and post offices, and some of them giant structures being built in 2 years to just be taken down and destroyed in an instant. Makes you think that, maybe these buildings were here before that, and a select few come and claimed it as their own and rewrote history for the sake of money and taxing and overall deception. I walk around the town and see these very top-heavy buildings just sinking beneath the sidewalk, and pieces of bricks in the mountains morphing into the other buildings. And it seems to me that there's much underground under us, and these buildings are much larger and more grandiosely connected as hallways, and we're almost just on the top of a massive a giant structure, and for giants it seems. And a lot of the structures we see around us are electromagnetic generators. Basilicas are sounds electromagnetic conductors using frequencies and tones. Basilica and silica is silicon dioxide, which is a conductor and necessary in the process of the copper coil electromagnetic conductor, such as used in pyramids. It's worldwide, and it's in every city. You can see pieces of the past. In the Quran, God tells us as our duty to look around our environment and see the past civilizations that have been destroyed in an instant. I want to know what you, the viewer, thinks, and I want to hear stories from your experience. If you live in any old town or city, anywhere, just look around and see if there's any piles of rubble that are massed as mountains with bushes on them, and you could even find archways and mudded brick, and proof that brick has been underwater for a substantial amount of time to, soften and reharden and change its form. And all those giant stones are just, melted brick. Thank you all for watching, and have a blessed day, and may we seek mercy in God alone, and refuge in God alone, and protection from God alone. And we are here as a test to be judged for the next life. In God's name, have a good day.